Hey there, Moon Manifestors. Welcome back to the Moon Manifesting podcast. So today's episode is for all the entrepreneurs, all the soulpreneurs, all the work at home mamas, anyone who's running their own business and is spending way too much time on social media. Yep. That's me. And if you want to be able to create more of a flow with how you're using social media in your business, including spending less time on social media. This episode is for you. We're going to be talking about exactly how I use the moon cycle as my guide for social media. We're going to be covering things like how to spend less time on social media, as well as using like the moon cycle as inspiration for what to post. The moon in astrology rules our emotions and our feelings. So by using the moon cycle as our guide, we're tapping into what the collective is feeling. We're really just connecting to what everyone is feeling, because we are all so ruled by the moon. Like, we all feel that lunar energy. So just using the moon cycle as your guide makes a lot of sense, because it's kind of like you can be a bit psychic and you can know what people are going to be feeling like. So first up, the first and probably, I guess, maybe one of the most important ways that I use the moon as part of using social media in my business is by looking at when the moon is void of course. So I have chatted about the moon being void of course and what all that means back in episode 33 on the Moon Manifesting podcast. Of course, back then it was called the Herbal Moon Goddess podcast. But anyway, episode 33, you'll find it. And that's all about the void of course moon, what that means. But basically, in a nutshell, when it comes to social media, we want to be avoiding posting while the moon is void of course. So the moon can be void of course every maybe second or third day, and that time can range from just a few minutes up to over 24 hours. I think the longest time I've ever seen the moon be void of course was almost 48 hours, something crazy like that. So finding, and it can, it varies. It varies how long the moon is going to be void of course and when it's going to be void of course. So one way that you can find out exactly when the moon is void of course is by checking out the 2022 Moon Manifesting Planner. It has all of the times clearly labeled for when the moon is void of course, as well as all the other astrological info that you'd expect, transits and the moon sign and moon phase and everything. So the Moon Manifesting Planner, super helpful resource. You can also check out free calendars online, such as astroseek.com. They have information there about when the moon is void of course as well. Using that time to avoid posting on social media, as well as avoiding other important things in your business, can really help you create better boundaries in your business. That you can really just schedule that time off where you're not doing anything work related, or if you must do something work related during that time when the moon is void of course, then just sticking it to things like maintenance tasks or things that need doing on a regular basis anyway. Just avoiding anything that's really important that you don't want to stuff up, because when we do those things during the void of course moon, then often they just don't go to plan. And so this is why it's really helpful to not post on social media during that time, because often those posts that we do during that time, they don't get as much traction. They may not get as much engagement or reach or whatever it is. It's, kind of an ineffective use of that time. That's probably the biggest rule that I follow in my own business when it comes to social media, is that strict not posting anything when the moon's void of course. I'll often even just avoid using my stories as well. All right, so that's my biggest tip for creating better boundaries around using social media. Now you're going to have these regular times when you're completely off social media. So the next tip I have for you about using the moon cycle to plan out your social media is tuning in to the moon cycle, tuning into what phase the moon is in, as well as which zodiac sign the moon is in. Both of these pieces of information can tell you a lot about what everyone is feeling, and so like that will help guide you towards how to effectively post on social media. And so you can customize this to your own business and what your business is offering, but basically you can use the zodiac sign. You can look at the themes of that zodiac sign. So for example, today the moon, when I'm recording this episode, the moon is in Virgo. So with that Virgo energy, it can be about like organizing our spaces. It can be about analyzing data. It can be about finding a more efficient way to do things, like a hack, like some like easy tip that can help boost productivity or boost the efficiency of something. And I guess that's kind of like why I'm sitting down here recording this episode about like how to boost your efficiency on social media by using the moon as your guide. So using the zodiac sign, like if you know a bit about the zodiac signs, then you'll know a bit about the energy of each sign. And so you can use that energy to help you tune into like, okay, the moon's in Virgo today, so everyone's going to be feeling like this pull towards making things more efficient, being more productive, getting ourselves organized for the week ahead or whatever it might be. And so you can like weave that into whatever it is that you're doing in your business, like make it more related. So, maybe if, you're a hairdresser and you're using social media, you might be like, posting about like these meticulously straight haircuts, or like, is it time that your split ends, got to trim, or like, nitpicking at the details. I don't know. I'm just, I'm surely just rambling here. I could sit here all day and talk about different examples. But anyway, back to, so to make it more general, you can look at just like the element of the zodiac sign. So if it's a water sign, then generally, like if the moon's in a water sign, we're generally all feeling a bit more in tune with our emotions, with our intuition. If the moon's in a fire sign, then we're probably more focused on doing what lights us up, doing what feels good, or following our passions. If the moon is in an air sign, then we might be feeling more communicative. We might be feeling a bit more social. We might feel a bit more like reaching out in our DMs. Like that could be a really good call to action. Like when the moon is in an air sign, want to continue this conversation, hit me up in my DMs. Use that. Let me know how it goes if you try that when the moon's in an air sign. Or if the moon is in an earth sign, like maybe talking about things like money or like the physical things that's to do with your business. If you have some sort of understanding of the zodiac signs and the elements, then I invite you to see how that relates to the things in your business. So you might have certain things in your business that are more earth element. You may have things that are more fire element. You may have things that are more air element or water element. Like maybe you're a metaphysical store that sells crystals. You might sell tarot decks. You might sell metaphysical books. So like the books would be something really good to share about when the moon's in an air sign. The crystals would be something really good to share about when the moon's in an earth sign. If you sold like smudge sticks or candles, like those would be really good in a fire sign. Like identifying the different components in your business and what zodiac sign or even just what element they link up to, and plan out your social media calendar by using like even just the elements as your guide. It will really help you create so much more flow within how you're planning out your social media. So then you can also use the moon phase. The moon cycle and the moon phase is like we all feel this energy. Like, that we all feel the energy of a full moon. You know when it's a full moon because everyone around you starts acting a bit crazy, right? So we can absolutely tap into this moon cycle energy for our social media as well. So if it's the new moon, then this could be a good time to even just like ask on social media, like your followers, like what are their goals, like, related to your business, or like, to the thing that's in your business. So like if you're a hairdresser, like, what are your goals for your hair? What new hairstyle? Oh, I don't know. But like I hope I'm making sense. I'm like trying to get too specific with different examples, and it's the moon in Virgo is just like messing with me today. Okay, so yeah, using the phases of the moon. So new moon, like, yeah, new goals, new things. First quarter moon energy. This is a really good time for maybe sharing some behind the scenes of action that you're taking in your business. So whatever action you're taking. So if you're a hairdresser, like sharing some behind the scenes of you cutting people's hair or whatever you do. Like for me, like, that could be behind the scenes on the tarot deck I'm making at the moment, or like, things that I'm working on. So yeah, sharing those behind the scenes, sharing like what you're taking action on. And this can like build up interest because at the full moon, this is a really good time for launching, maybe like having a sale or a promotion or something like that. There's this heightened energy, and like everyone around us like also has this heightened energy. And, people, if you're sharing about things that you're really excited about, people will catch on to that excitement. People will naturally gravitate to you and buy your things because we're all like high vibey. So yeah, full moon, like launch something, have a sale or some sort of promotion where you can talk about it, and you really just bringing in the sales at that point. The last quarter moon is a really good time for like sharing some reviews or testimonials or other sort of like feedback. So it's not just like you talking about your stuff all the time. Like it's kind of like other people are also saying that my stuff is great, like that my hairdressing salon is like the best in town, or that my book is really good and changed people's lives, or whatever it might be. So yeah, sharing that positive like reviews and stuff around that last quarter moon can be really powerful as well. So yeah, you can have a feel into the different phases of the moon cycle, and come up with like a more customized plan for your business. And this is something that I love helping my own students do when they come to me for soul aligned biz coaching, whether that's in the mastermind or in a one-on-one coaching package. I love helping people to make their businesses more efficient by using astrology as a guide to find more flow, to find something that just works better than like the structured way that we've been told that we must run our businesses. So if that's something that you feel you would really benefit from, if you know that you need a more intuitive sort of flow to your business, reach out. I am currently taking applications for one-on-one coaching. So yeah, if you want to add some astrology and flow into your business, let's chat. So I hope that this episode was super helpful for you to plan out your social media, take time off social media, connect with that collective feeling so that you know what to talk about on social media, the sort of imagery that you might be posting about, and how to kind of customize that to your own business. I hope that just like as I've been talking about the elements and stuff, I hope that you've been applying that in a way that makes sense to your own business. And if you haven't, now's a really good time to get out a piece of paper and a pen and jot down your ideas from this episode. Like jot down those different elements and like how the different components of your business might match up to those different elements, or the different zodiac signs, like which parts of your business match up with the different zodiac signs, and then you'll know like what to talk about when the moon is through those signs. So I hope that was helpful. I will catch you all in the next episode of the Moon Manifesting Podcast. Have an amazing week. Bye.